Content warning. Some works touch on themes of sexism, hospitalisation, pain, and medical and psychological trauma. The exhibition includes references to pregnancy loss, sexual and domestic abuse, and includes racist imagery.
Each room in the exhibition has a different feeling and explores a different aspect to Queen's work and the elements of her life that may have informed it. The first room is called Knock Very Loudly, which was a handwritten sign on the artist's front door. The room contains Alan's autobiography, which is a textile book of the artist's life, featuring angels, dragons, and policemen. It's a really special work and it's never been shown in public before. We also have a slide carousel showing some of the lost works by Elizabeth Allen, and the other artists in this room are exploring interiority and interior environments, spaces that are designed for living, while others consider connection to nature, the body, and the spiritual, all themed around Allen's life in the cabin. The other artworks in this room include a blue-toned photocopy self-portrait collage by the artist Helen Chadwick, a lightbox photograph by the artist George Storm Fletcher, these vast kind of green-tinted floor-to-ceiling monoprint scrolls by Eleanor May Watson, and this embellished hanging coat by Lulu Sainsbury. The second room is called This End of Nowhere, which is how Allen described where she lived. This room is also dark with grey walls, but the artworks have flashes of colour and luminosity. And here the exhibition explores how the home environment can be a place of transformation or connection to other worlds. The creative voices of artists in this room have a different way of being in touch with the world, collecting and reconstellating, maybe interested in patterns and connections that they can see that others might not. Other artworks in this space include a collage and a holographic animation by Uma Breakdown, a wardrobe installation by Sian Newlove Drew, a photograph of a vast knitted artwork by the artist Lily van Oost, and a photocopy fan by Louise Otis Nederland. We also have this film work by the artist Grace Curry, Potions for My Animated Life, shows Grace animating her paintings as part of a film work that responds to Allen's life and thematics of her work. The third room is lighter and it has these two sections. The first is named after a phrase Elizabeth Allen used in a letter: "The tongue can be a two-edged sword," and it makes us think about the impact of using our voice to express radical ideas. This section is lighter with lilac walls and artworks containing figures from prophecies and visions. This section explores how magic and enchantment can challenge authority. Other artworks in this section include a print and installation including engraved hammers by the artist Jessie Jones. It has a photographic collage by the artist Penny Slinger, a watercolour tarot card by Suzanne Triester, a beadwork flag by the artist Mireille Delis. The other section in the room is a quote by Queen, "Love is there," and this describes the connection between her and Bridget. It explores support between people and creativity that flows from the stuff of daily life, bodies, labours, sickness, love. The space contains artworks of very different scales that incorporate found materials that are colourful but also delicate and bold. Other artworks in this section include machine embroidery by the artist Aradne, called Colony of Lost Souls, which shows these tiny figures on a driftwood base. It also includes a sculptural installation of these hanging textiles made up of old saris by the artist Saroj Patel, and this artwork of tiny plasticine faces with found bits of material incorporated by the artist Rebecca Nassauer. The final room is called the Fanatics Anonymous Guild, which is another quote from Queen's letters. She often joked about being a fanatic and the seriousness of her beliefs. She was critical to many figures of authority, like politicians, celebrities, and members of the clergy, but she also seemed very aware of how people perceived her, and this playful response to their preconceptions, which is in her work, and a sense of kind of teasing and taking us, the audience, for a ride. This space has a deep teal colour, and it also has a feeling of kind of depth and dynamism. And the work in this room leaves us with questions. For example, how the words and visions of a prophet might affect larger groups, and whose voices get heard in a world where there's competition for attention. Other artworks in this section include printed cards by the artist Louise Otis Nederland and a newly commissioned film that is black and white and documentary style, and this is by the artist Grace Deritu, which has been supported by Compton Verney.